From cover boy to coward, photos of the Boston bombing suspect's capture are being seen by the public for the very first time. This after Massachusetts State Police Sergeant Sean Murphy released them in protest of that Rolling Stone cover you're seeing on your screen. He says he wanted to show the world who the real Boston bomber was. And now that officer faces suspension for this move because he didn't have permission just to share that photograph, and that's against the rules. Is that fair, though, that he's facing any sort of punishment? Attorney Vikki Ziegler says rules are rules. Stacey Schneider thinks we had every right to see the photos. Every right, Stacey? You think we have every right to see those photos?
I do. The public should have access to the pictures, and the reason is because they were taken by a police officer who was an employee of a police department or law enforcement agency, and the photos were taken in the course of a police investigation and apprehension of a suspect. And in any criminal trial, those photos are going to be ordered disclosed to the public for purposes of the trial.
So we're going to see them anyways?
Well, not necessarily. Stacey, you're right, and we have the Freedom of Information Act. However, there are exemptions, and if there's an ongoing investigation and releasing these pictures would impede on that investigation, they will be withheld.
Do you think it does?
It's a possibility.
Not only just the photos that we're seeing from the sergeant that we're seeing on our screen now, but the Rolling Stone cover as well. How do you think that's going to play into the trial?
I mean, from an emotional standpoint, I think it's horrible. I mean, I think it's, glorifying a rock star that's really a terrorist. And I think for young people looking at the Rolling Stone magazine, this is not what we don't want to uplift people that do these horrible things to us Americans.
So that brings up a point, Stacey, then. Doesn't releasing these photos, the sergeant releasing these photos, only increase this man's celebrity, because now there's even more photos, and it's very, I don't want to use the word glamorous, but you see him in this dramatic fashion. You see him with the sniper red spot on his forehead. I mean, doesn't that also increase his celebrity?
I think the officer's intention from the statement that he's given is, I want you to see the real side of what this criminal suspect looks like, not the glamour side. I don't think it's going to increase the publicity about it, because this is an investigation, and arrest photos are always taken during an investigation. They're always released. There's nothing more dramatic or less dramatic about these photos other than the fact that he's bloodied when he comes out.
The department disagrees with you, though, because they're putting him on suspension right now. Right?
And I understand.
And that's protocol.
Here's the thing. He is a department employee, and you do have to answer to the rules of your employer. And if you don't have direct authority to release something to the public, you shouldn't be able to do it. But like Vikki said, these photos can be subject to a Freedom of Information request.
Vikki, we just had some pictures on our screen that show his face covered in red. You see the sniper shot on his forehead. Obviously, they didn't pull the trigger on that. But from a perspective, not only just as a lawyer, but as an American, do you think we actually need to see more of these photos to really understand the enemy we're facing?
Well, I mean, we didn't see Osama bin Laden's dead body, right, for a reason. So we don't want to heighten, and we don't want to make this issue worse than it is. I think we have to understand, how do we stop terrorists? How do we teach young Americans this is not the way to be? We want to love Americans and love our society. So I always believe in a teachable moment, an educational moment, but I necessarily don't think it was the police sergeant's right, and it wasn't his responsibility to disseminate.
But what about being fired over something like this?
Fired? I don't think he should be fired. I think he emotionally felt as though it was needed. I think he should be suspended without pay for a period of time. This is a good guy, apparently. He's a liaison to the families that when their officers lose their family members. He's a really good guy, they say, and it was just an emotional response to that horrific picture we saw on
Well, he's a veteran of that community, so we'll continue to watch this case. Great to have you both. Vikki, Stacey, nice to have you. Thank you so much. Well, see